What's going on, YouTube? We are at our drop yard. I'm not going to tell you the location. We got some secret stuff going on over here. I don't think over-the-road drivers know about this drop yard, but this is for, we have an account with Lowe's. But I'm waiting on my trailer. Y'all see I'm here. I think he's waiting too for another trailer. But there's two loads over there. Neither one are mine. Those ugly colored tarps that you see, I don't even know if y'all could see that focus right. Yeah, there we go. Those two ugly tarps right there that you see are yard tarps. I need to get some, and the only reason why is because they allow us to like, that's tarped already. All I would have to do is walk up and strap it down. Now the only thing I don't like is that the contents are covered. You know, I personally would like to see what's under the tarp, because some of these loads you're gonna see very shortly, well, probably tonight, because I'm gonna upload this one right now off my phone, but I'm gonna shoot kind of like a vlog of me securing all of this and tarping the whole thing. So it'll be a half a tarp, not a whole tarp. The load yesterday got all screwed up and I wasn't even able to record. It just wouldn't have been time efficient for me to get out with my clock. So hopefully these guys show up. Well, they got the setup here. They got two company trucks, and there's a Lowe's distribution center a few miles down the road. So all they do is load all day long. Just load trailers, bring them here, take empties, load them, bring them back. And then apparently they said like sometime at night they drive like one trip that's like 100 miles. So, and they come back and do it. From my understanding, they go home on the weekends and they do this all week. It's like 2 or 3 guys that do it. That's a pretty good gig though, you know. I mean, it's a lot of work though, I ain't gonna lie, like, because they're constantly tarping. So I mean, they don't have to untarp, but except for the end of the day, that one load. But during the day, they're constantly tarping, because you're gonna see I'm gonna have to take that tarp off and put mine on. Is why I said I want one set of yard tarps. That way when I come up, I can just leave a tarp and just take it, whatever's on there, and go. The only thing that's deterred me from doing that is the fact that I would have to buy a brand new tarp, and these, as you see, let's go back. Y'all see how new those look. They don't look very new. And I'm a stickler for quality, so I don't know. It's a pretty good setup. We got like a little mailbox, a little household mailbox over there. Come stick the bills in. I've already checked those are going to 2 different places. Usually I can like go switch it. You know, I can call my dispatcher and say, hey, these 2 trailers are here, or are these loads booked already, and I can just switch. But the load I have, I don't think either one of those are gonna pay what I'm getting. So I am satisfied to wait a little bit. I got a full 14-hour clock, so I'm gonna go ahead and wait. Not really pressed for time. This load does go kind of far though. I'm going to Edinburgh, Texas, if you know where that is. That's down south of Corpus Christi, all the way down there. But it's only, let's see, how many loaded miles? 464. Let's go ahead and program everything actually. I already got fuel. I do route planning a little bit differently than a lot of people. I do more route planning that's modern. You know, I'm 26 years old. Let me tell you this, all right? These people gonna rag me for what I'm about to do, and I don't really care. But I have one of these. It's brand new. I've never used it. Laminated pages. I don't see me needing this. It's obsolete. Seriously. Some people are gonna say no. I only have it, you know, for a situation that for some reason my GPS fails, or I have no phone service, because I use a combination. I don't use Google Maps. I like Apple Maps. I'm an Apple person. So I have Google Maps on my phone because sometimes Apple doesn't find it, so I use Google. But what I always do is I put in the wait, I put it in the wrong city. I got the wrong load sheet up. What I'm doing now is putting my destination in. And usually I worry about fuel after I get loaded, but I filled up a little bit ago because I know there's no fuel points within like 100 miles going back south, so I went ahead and got it up there. And it was a little cheaper, so that worked out. Oh, sweet, that was the right one. I accidentally pushed the screen, and that was right for the address. So I use a Rand McNally. After I don't know if you can see this. I always choose this feature, compare routes. I don't ever do that one. This right here. That way, it shows me 2 different routes based on, you know, of what I usually drive. And sometimes, like going around Texas, I don't listen to this thing, like, cause I do use common sense. I put it in here, and then, you know, I look at kind of where it's going, look at the routes, make sure they're good truck routes, and then I go and look at Google Map, or Apple Map, sorry, and make sure it's some type of, you know, sustainable, good route. And if it's not, I'm not going to go that way. I'm going to go what common sense is, because I know a lot of the roads in Texas live here 5 years, so I'm not like some idiot. But I think this, yeah. This is the way I always go, actually. I-35 all the way down, should be to San Antonio, branch off to 37, correct? Toward Corpus Christi, and then branch off on that road. Exactly right. That's the way I'm going to go. 481 miles now. I told you that this said, because these load sheets are never right, 464, the actual driving miles are going to be 481. It just works out that way. Right now, as it stands, I'm going to get there. This says 8:49. I usually add an hour because I have to stop and do load checks. And I'm probably going to have to take another 30-minute break because, let me see, how many hours have I driven today? I hadn't drove many. So a little bit under 2 hours. Actually, hang on. Let's see, that's 55 minutes. You know, oh, a little bit over 2 hours. So I still have 8 hours and 39 minutes that I can drive today, and 10 hours and 47 minutes on my 14. So preferably, I really want these people to show up in the next like 45 minutes. That'll give me about an hour and 20 minutes of time that I can stop from now until, you know, down there. Right now, as it looking, it's going to take me roughly about 8 hours exactly to drive this, so I'll have about 20 minutes. So I'm gonna say about 20 minutes, because, you know, it's 8 hours technically. That's at a higher rate of speed, but I have to factor in, you know, stopping for traffic, on and off ramps for load checks, getting food, going to the bathroom. So I always cut off a little bit of time. That way it kind of, you know, gives me a cushion. So this trip is definitely going to be a 65 mile per hour trip. Will not be poking along at 57 like I did yesterday. My load yesterday was really slow. Like, I got loaded, was out of there at 10. I had a full clock still because I only drove a mile to the place to get it. So I had a full clock. When I left, so I had all my clock going, minus like 20 minutes for on-duty time loading. And I was able to drive slow because it was only 300 loaded miles. And no matter what I did, you know, leaving at 10 o'clock with 300 miles, they stopped unloading at 3 o'clock. I wouldn't have made that time. So no matter what, I wouldn't have got it off the same day. If he could have loaded a little bit faster, I could have got it off the same day. Love those trips. It's happened once since I've been doing Texas Regional. But I'm really excited to see what my next check's gonna be. We pulled about a little bit over 3,600 in revenue for last week. Usually I like to push for 4,000 in revenue, and I know some people out there, I'm not gonna name any names, you're talking about $5,000 in revenue. All right, you know, that I was usually pulling it like, you know, 4,000, 4,200 over the road. You know, if there was $5,000 in revenue, you know, I was bringing, you know, making that 4,000, 40, you know, about 42, 43 is what I was usually making in revenue. I'd bring home 1,700, 1,800 bucks. So I mean, obviously taxes got to come out of that, but I mean, you're telling me you're gonna make 5,000, so you're gonna make about 23, 24, maybe 2,500 bucks leasing from Prime. I want to see those numbers and those checks, not just somebody on YouTube selling how-to guides for nothing. So I'd like to see it. If it's so good, I don't know why you're trying to leave. I'm just saying. But honestly, though, it's crazy. The revenue, with it being a little bit less, is actually not. It sounds worse up front when you say, okay, $3,600 in revenue, but there's so much more to factor in. It's a numbers game. You know, I'm not going to be paying as much fuel. I only bought about $600 something of fuel last week. It's a lot less than I usually burn. I only ran about 2,300 miles, a lot less than I usually run, a whole lot less. And then, you know, I didn't run over 3,000 miles, so I'm not going to get that excess use charge, which is about a couple $100. So I'm saving money in particular departments that should bring the net revenue up. The gross revenue is down, but the net revenue should come up. We're going to see how this is going to work. I don't know. My last check last week was about $1,200. Not a good, impressive week. I knew it wasn't going to be great. My fleet manager, the new one, he was out. So this is a complete ramble. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Well, he's awake. He's not been around, huh? He's still here. Hey. Hey. Yeah, he's still here. Loud as ever. Getting louder. But yeah, this trailer needs to hurry. I'm pretty confident. The only reason why I'm waiting, because one, the rate's higher, and two, I know that they're not here, and there's 2 trailers here already. They'll be right back. Because they usually, what they do, and it's so late already. It's like, yeah, it's noon. So like what they usually do is they'll strap and tarp all the trailers together. Like they'll have like 4 trailers over there, strap and tarp them together, 2 guys, and then they'll shuffle them back. So they should be back just shortly. I've been here about 20-30 minutes, so they should be back in the next few minutes. But yeah, like, subscribe, share. I'm about to get my camera stuff hooked back up because I had to take it off yesterday because it was raining. That was another problem. So yesterday did not work because I got a mic and stuff, and I don't want that stuff to get wet. The GoPro's waterproof, but the microphone is not. And to be honest, like, I might have to buy another corded microphone because that thing, I had to like solder the wire back together myself in the inside to the circuit board, and I've never done that. And like the last video I shot, the audio sound, how do you call it, in and out. So I didn't upload that video. I actually ended up deleting it because the angle of the camera wasn't right either. But we're gonna fix that today. I'm actually gonna do a test first. Because I have to do a test first. I didn't do a test the last time, and then I'll go take it off and kind of peek at it. The problem is though, it's really hard to look at the GoPro video without adjusting the angle of the camera. I got big fingers, so we'll see. We're gonna do better. We'll get better. But shout out to all the new followers that we got. The channel's definitely growing, getting bigger. It's because of you guys, you know, liking the videos, sharing the videos, talking about them, making the numbers, you know, better. That way they appear higher in the search list. Hopefully I'm on my way to becoming the #1 trucking channel on YouTube, minus all the bull. I try to leave that off the channel. So if you're not in the Facebook group Truckers on Court, check that out. I'm going to put a link in the description down below. Like, subscribe, and share the videos if you've been doing, and we'll see you guys later.